So, Charlie Pan.
Corey, I'm really excited.
I'm really excited.
One of my favorite couples is here.
OMG. And I feel like I've been living with y'all because I've been talking to you,
have.
since the summer at American Black Film Festival. Essence Festival, guys.
Who's here, Corey?
Bobbi Brown.
Hi.
Alicia Brown.
Woo woo.
The Browns.
The Browns.
Meet the Browns. The real Browns.
with them.
And we're in
The real
New
Browns.
York.
Welcome, you guys.
Thank you so much for having us.
You
We
guys just
appreciate
came in here
it.
glowing. I could see the love. It was a moment. You're in sync.
Yeah.
Is
We
this a
try to
little
be-
vacation for y'all?
Yeah.
I mean, work.
Anywhere we go to work,
We
we make it a vacation.
We
you know.
try to make it fun because, being away from the kids, it's hard enough. And work, it's always, but coming to New York is always like super fun. So,
Yeah, it is.
yeah, we try to have some fun along with it.
Lots of food, some Cuban food, some, Chinese food, which I want tonight.
Before we
They
came in,
want
we were just
Cuban
fighting. What
food.
were you about to eat? Because it's really significant every meal,
Yeah.
He's like, I'm, fighting for Chinese, and I'm trying to go back to a Cuban spot I love.
We went to a Cuban spot yesterday, and
Time to switch it out.
yeah.
I gotta know where the
it
Cuban
was
spot
really
is. I love
good.
some rice and beans.
It was
Havana
Central, down
Times
in Times
Square.
Square.
The bomb diggy.
Yes.
No doubt.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
the one with the corn? The
Yeah,
Mexican
oh,
corn?
yes.
Oh, you know about that corn?
Dusted
I know all
cheeses
about that
all
corn.
over.
Yes, yes.
I think there's one in like Soho.
There's one in Soho, one
And there's
in
one Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
See, I know all about that corn.
Yeah. It's
Say no more.
delicious.
Well, you guys are here promoting a lot. Corey can tell us more about it.
So you're here promoting the Bobbi Brown story,
Yes.
I'm so excited.
September 4th and 5th.
Yes.
But I want to know, and I know we've talked about this from some before, but the Bobbi Brown story is supposed to come before the New Edition story. Is that true?
No. The Bobbi Brown story was, I wrote my book, before the New Edition story, came out. And I had planned on doing a feature. I had planned on, going straight to theaters with it. And then I really realized that, there's so many people that watch BET that and BET needs that context, to uprise it. I mean, I love BET. BET is, probably my favorite channel. But it's my favorite channel right now.
Tune in.
Okay.
I was like, whoa.
No,
Brown Entertainment Network.
With all actuality, to give kind of a little bit of the history, the New Edition story came about years and years ago. I mean, over 10 years ago.
Really?
And yes. And it was with BET always. And I think Hudley was there at the time, right? Am I right for quoting that? And then it kind of went away for a bit, but he was a big supporter of it. And then they went back in and wanted to dust it off and came back to the gentleman and New Edition and said, what do you think about let's bring this back to life? And we kind of then went in for script rewrites, and really the timing was everything. So it was by then already Bobbi and I had been in our own production discussing who would we go to for the Bobbi Brown story. So it kind of all manifests perfectly. It was the timing for New Edition, and then with that deal we were able to create our deal for the Bobbi Brown story, and so here we are.
I guess that's what I meant. Like Jesse Collins did say, when the New Edition, it was always the plan to come out with the Bobbi Brown story.
Absolutely.
It was always the plan.
Because there was so much more to see. Because I remember we were watching the New Edition story, and one of the things I loved was the buzz and the excitement with everyone learning different parts of the story that they didn't know before, And then I kept waiting for it. I'm like, but there's so much more to Bobbi's story. Like, you want to hear more about everyone.
Yeah.
And so this is great that you're giving us this because we just wanted more. 3 nights wasn't enough.
We know.
Now we got 2 more.
We felt the same.
It was not enough. But, I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys saw, but we did a gallery of like all the men of New Edition and their wives and like where they are now. They clicked on that gallery
All the
for
time.
months.
Yeah.
It was just like the excitement just kept going. So congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful thing that they have all these legs now, and the support has always been there. So we're glad we were able to give you the Bobbi Brown story.
And you returned to Woody.
We can't.
Yes, I
Yes,
returned
Woody
to
killed
Woody.
it.
I mean, you can't take away from something that was great. I mean, I think he played me well. I think he embraced the character and the person and the man, and he was able to dance. So I mean, his vocals ain't too good. I'm sorry, Woody. I don't mean to tell everybody, but but he can dance. He can dance, and he can really act. He's a character. The dude can do impressions and all kinds of things that people don't know about him. But if you go to Woody the Great, you'll see all of the things that he embellishes as far as a talent and an entertainer.
Alicia, what about Woody McClain's performance of Bobby Brown reminds you of your husband?
I love that.
Yeah, there were quite a few moments, but
Really?
Listen.
Yes.
I mean, there were times, when I was watching Woody, and it was like I was watching young Bobby. And you guys will learn a lot more about Bobby and myself and how we met and how young we were when we met.
Yeah.
So to watch him become Bobby, it was just surreal. Really was amazing. The mannerisms, the sweetness of Bobby, the natural cool kind of cat he is, but then putting it on when he got that stage. Woody just had that down.
The swag.
And his walk, the swag. It's crazy.
He learned that swag.
It's totally on
it?
point. Yeah, you got
know
it.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
I was writing in essence saying how New Edition was always great, but Bobby always shined just no offense everyone else, but just shine a little.
That's no offense.
Bobby.
Just a
Facts
little.
are facts.
Facts are facts. There's no lie.
Don't let me start getting my cockiness back.
Yeah. It was like
I buried that a long time ago.
Yeah, he definitely had a little bit of a different swag.
Yeah.
I love that. So you guys are also business partners.
Yes.
And everything that you do. So how much involvement did you have on which parts of the story to tell? Like, how did you decide as a team? Like, we're telling this story, we're telling that one, etc.
Well, that was the easy part,
Yeah.
because, we wanted to tell the absolute truth. We wanted to bring my reality from what I've been through in my life to screen. Mm-hmm. And so with Jesse Collins understood that, we're going to be hands-on. Mm-hmm. And we're not trying to fabricate a story that is that is Hollywood. We want the raw, gritty, stuff that, I really went through and how I had to, work hard at becoming a better man. And I'm still working. God's still working with me. He's not finished by a long shot. But yeah, us just working together, knowing that we was working with a great writer and a great director, and it just all came together. Just it felt like a family just putting, dinner together for Sunday dinner. We all played our part. We all did our parts to make sure that the truth came out on that screen. Mm-hmm. That the truth of who I am as a man, as a person, was shown. This is my legacy. My children have to watch this, and I had to be able to suck it up and say, well, I would have to tell them anyway if somebody was to speak about it. Mm-hmm. So why don't I just show them and tell them myself and sit down with them and watch it with them and be able to explain to them exactly what their father went through or their father was going through at the time. And I'm just grateful that, I have a beautiful wife that, felt the same way and was there to support me and make me feel like, I didn't need to be embarrassed about anything because life is life. And, when you go through it, you got to come out on the other side. Either you're a loser or you're a winner. And I'm just glad that, she showed me that I was a winner.
You know what I'm curious about? I know, Bobby, you've talked a lot about the hard scenes that you had to watch. But, Alicia, how did you support him as they were replaying these moments in his life?
Well, I would show up on set when he couldn't. So that was a big support. And, of course, there were moments that were a bit much for me as well to relive, But I really needed to be there to make sure they knew what happened. Yeah. And they knew how he felt, or if they needed any more information. I mean, there were things when I was like, nope, they're on the wrong side. You know what I mean? Like,
he told me that she was right
that
here.
way, and then the look was over here. I mean, I was like that.
No, I get it.
So it was important because, again, you know, I know how important this is for him. And then those tender moments and those difficult times, I really wanted to just show them I was supportive, and they were reenacting this correctly because, of course, they were going off of what we gave them. And at times that was hard for Bobbi. So I'm real kind of detail oriented. So like certain things like that. But I gave him support. I gave him space. I gave him, you know, I just made sure he was at home with the kids and his mind wasn't really where it didn't need to be or need to go, and that everything went well, and just kind of assured him that everybody was on point. And if not, you know, he knew that we had conversations about it. And yeah, I was just very
I come
proud.
down to the set with my pajamas and my slippers on.
No, I wasn't allowing
with my
that.
robe.
You're like, get back in the house.
I heard something that didn't happen.
I would wait till the end of the day to go over all of that with him. But he was very trusting with that, with myself, and I don't speak for my husband in any way, but I definitely listened to him a lot. So I was there to make sure that what he said was conveyed.
I always say when you're married and you really gel, you are each other's diary. No need to write it down.
Mm-hmm.
If you need, if I'm not there, that's your proxy.
Yes.
You know,
Yes,
so I love
yes.
hearing you guys
I
say
like the
that.
way you put
That's
that.
very nice.
our love editor.
I am the love editor.
Yes, you
Thank you. No, but it's really true. You know, like I always, you know, like my favorite thing with my husband is like the phone is ringing. I'm like, it's my dad.
Yeah, you already
answer.
know.
You know what to do.
Yeah.
Like you get like a person. That's your person. So I love that.
Yeah.
Can you tell us quickly
I'm
how
your
y'all met?
person.
You're my person.
I love this. I mean, I know about the story. Tell us quickly how you.
It's a meet cute. I like to call it a meet cute. You know, like in the movies. I heard you guys have a meet cute. Like you knew each other and then you met again. Give us the tea.
We can't tell that.
Oh,
It's
is it a
like
spoiler?
I
the next
think
book?
It's a little spoiler.
Okay.
No, I don't think most people really know.
It's
Go ahead. You tell what we've already told, and then keep the little.
well, let's just say before I got with you know, anybody, you know, me and her knew each other. You know, we were friends, and we used to hang out. I turned them on to sushi. Her and her girlfriends, they were a dance team, and I had a friend.
He was the cultured one.
Yes, clearly he was the traveler.
World travel. I love it.
We have a mutual friend that passed away,
Yes.
and the first time me and Alicia had really hung out and, you know, went to a pool party and all of us, it was just her crew, my crew, and we were just hanging out in Los Angeles, and our girl Tiffany was giving a pool party. And I was like, you know, yo, y'all want to come with us? We're going up to, you know, to my friend's pool party. So we go up to the pool party and we all hung out and we just hit it off, you know. Everybody had fun, and her and Tiffany became like best friends. And it was just like, you know, to see that and know that me and Tiffany we were tight too. And then, you know, I mean, from her being in a dance crew and me being a dancer and my dancers and, you know, my boys and her girls, and we just had fun throughout Hollywood at a young age. I mean, she probably was too young to be hanging with us, but at the same time, she's very much mature, you know. So it was just, you know, we just.
We had a lot of things in common.
We had a lot of things in common.
I was dancing, and he was also obviously performing. And there was a infamous dance studio in Los Angeles where he would rehearse for tours. We might be rehearsing for other things and different performances. And we met there again with mutual friends. Like his tour, one of the guys who worked on his tour was dear friends with the girl who I danced with. And in the end, another one of my dearest friends and his closest friend.
My best friend.
And my best friend, but not Tiffany, another one. they ended up getting together and were inseparable to the point that Bobbi was like sick because he had never had a guy leave him before for someone. Okay, like in the
No,
like,
it was
Bobby
like
Brown.
it was like.
Bromance.
I
It
mean, we
was.
grew up in Boston. Me and him had grown up in Boston together, and I took him out, Boston, and we was all on tour, and we
Traveling
was
the world.
traveling the world and going every place, and then all of a sudden, we get to Los Angeles, and he meets her girlfriend.
Yes.
And decides he doesn't want to tour no more. He wants to stay here in Los Angeles.
love.
And this is my best friend. This was my best friend that was, traveling with us. And it was just like, how dare you? How dare you fall in love with somebody? So it was just like,
dare you find happiness?
and I was mad at her for a long time, and I was just like, you know what?
So silly.
Every time I would come back to Los Angeles, I'd call JR and be like, yo, JR, all right, I need you to get Alicia here because, this ain't right. Somebody got to talk to you. And I was trying to get him to come back on tour, but
We were inseparable then because our friends were connected. We were connected. We were always around each other, and that was the beginning.
That was the
of
beginning.
Definitely our friendship, and then you'll have to watch the film and see how we reconnect
See,
again,
this is
which is
where I
pretty
need
cool.
more because I've only seen the first night.
Right.
okay.
Okay.
So you gotta
I gotta wait.
You gotta wait. I just know the universe.
It's
obviously
worth
brought you back
waiting
together.
for. It's
It
definitely
does.
It's worth waiting
Love
for.
it. And speaking of just, connection and the universe and spirit, I want to talk a little bit about spirituality because you guys are always giving the glory to God, for where you are and where you come from and what you have together, your beautiful children. So can you talk a little bit about how faith is the center of your marriage? Because it's clear.
Oh, yeah.
Just from following.
Oh yeah. Well, you can't do anything without God. You can't wake up in the morning. You can't go to sleep. And if you're going to sleep with the right person, then you're going to wake up in the right frame of mind in God's light.
Yes.
So I'm just thankful that I have that connection with her. That we believe in the same thing. We're spiritual. We don't choose a religion. We choose to believe in our higher power. The person that has brought us all here, the person that made the trees, the spirit that has brought life into everything that we look at and see.
We walk in gratitude. Absolutely. That's so important for us. It's all about agape, which is all love, all things. And that comes from, mind, body, and soul. So it's all connected. And it's really nice, obviously, when you find a partner that you're just in sync with on that anything else, just stop the struggle. You got to be in sync there.
Absolutely.
And definitely you have to pass that along for your children. So, yeah, for sure. We are a big believer in faith.
What do I got a boogie?
No, I was itching my face. It's nothing to do with you.
You thought that was the code.
I thought that was
was a cue.
That was a cue.
And look again, they're in sync.
Look, see.
Like, what are you telling me? What are you telling me?
Bobbi, I've read that you called Alicia your piece. And that touched me. You said she's your piece.
What? Is that a dime piece?
No. PEA. See? But that I like that too.
My
love
piece.
that.
Like your peace.
Thank you.
In your
Sorry.
happy place.
My happiness
love that.
is definitely it comes from
Dime piece.
us falling in love, me finding real love, me finding what I needed in my life to transition to the next level of the man that I'm gonna be. Yeah, so she's my piece. She's my muse. She's my everything. My momager, wifager.
So before we wrap up, what is next? The tour? Tell us the album. Is there another book? More sauces? What we got?
Foundation.
The
Oh my
foundation.
goodness.
You talk about the foundation.
I mean, talk about the
Okay.
second
You talk
chapter
about
of
the
your life.
foundation. I'll talk about the tour and everything else.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You're directing right now.
Yes. Okay, ready?
And she
One,
gave you a look
and
like,
clap.
I'll let you do that.
Am I starting?
Yes, you are.
Oh, so we're super proud about this endeavor that we've been working on. It's called the Bobbi Kristina Serenity House. You can go to bobbichristinaserenityhouse.org. And we have a 800 hotline,
Yes.
which is fantastic for anyone who is in need in the situation in any kind of domestic violence, in fear of anything, any kind of abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse. You know, it comes in so many different forms. So we want it to obviously provide services immediately for you. So if you call 1-844-444-BKSH, so there's a lot of fours, 1-854-BKSH for Bobbi, Kristina, Serenity House, there'll be somebody that'll direct you and help you immediately. We definitely know that there are resources out there, but there needs to be more. This epidemic is really terrifying, sad, and for us a big loss, and we have to deal with this daily. So domestic violence, we want to make people more aware that it's a conversation, that you're not alone, and that it is not okay.
It's not okay.
Please speak out and please reach out. You know, tell your best friend, tell somebody, tell a stranger if you feel more comfortable telling a stranger. We're often victims. We want there to be more survivors than victims. So we are working on opening transitional homes where obviously we can help them get out of the scenario, then put them somewhere where they can heal. And that is in so many different ways, you know, with therapy, with love, with practice, with
prayer.
tools, with prayer. You know, we know you can't really resolve things in 30 days, you know, that you've been living with for a lifetime. So we are providing services that will help you make this shift in your life and not go back to abusive relationships. So that's what the Bobbi, Kristina, Serenity House is all about. We have a chapter in Los Angeles, one in Atlanta, and looking forward to our one in Boston, just to be the starting places of our homes. And we need everyone's support. And if you're passionate about it, or if you know anyone in this situation, please reach out to us. You know, we're there. We have a gala coming up that we're super excited about. November 15th, we're having a golf tournament. We had our first annual gala on Bobbi Chris's birthday, which will be every year, March 4th. And that's super fun. And, you know, we're just trying to give back and survive, you know, our family.
Thank you for
really
that.
give back.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
And that hotline is everything, because you never know when someone needs it.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
And it's
know,
24 hours, so
Absolutely.
you know,
Of course.
that's the main thing. You know, when you're in a situation, you really sometimes you don't know what to do. You know, but you need to talk to somebody. Please reach out and dial the number. And for people that know of someone who is in a situation like that, just show them your support and give them your love and show them that you care. I mean, we have to stay a community in this, and you know, it's going to take the whole community to help out. You know, speak out about this, because this is not something that just started.
No.
This
Yeah.
didn't start yesterday. So this has been, you know, a lifetime of just abuse on women and men and children. And we need to put a stop to it.
We want to break that cycle. You know, it's a condition. And so it's not to, it's relevant. People go through it. People don't understand how to handle things. People have mental illness. People have drug addictions. There's numerous things that have effect, but it affects the entire family. So, you know, we want to break that cycle, and we want to provide the tools for men and women and for families.
Wow.
that's amazing, you guys.
Thank you
for that.
Thank you for that.
Now, what was I supposed to do?
The tour.
The tour.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I hear you have a new
Yeah.
song that's going to be in the movie.
Yes. So we have a new song that's coming with the movie. It's called Like Bobbi. And we have the tour that's coming up, which is Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, a.k.a. RBRM. And we hit tour on September 6th, and we'll be out for first installment is 29 dates, and we plan to keep it going and going overseas and doing what we have to do, what we love to do. I have a new single I just told you that part.
Yeah, but you didn't say who's doing the single.
Oh, the single was done by myself. What's this? Teddy Riley. I was about to say R. Kelly. Teddy Riley and Babyface, and it's just it's a hot, up tempo song that is gonna get me back in the clubs. I mean, not me physically back in the clubs.
Nah.
Because I'm not in clubs no more. I'm too old.
You just drive by clubs. Right?
Yeah, I just want to make sure they playing the song.
You're like,
Okay.
one of my favorite scenes in the movie is, and I know it's in the clip a lot, when you go to Teddy Riley's house and you start pop locking.
Uh-huh.
Did that really happen? Like you just heard the music and you were just
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was to the point where going down to Harlem was something different for me, and being in the projects with Teddy and Aaron, and we were just all in there in this hot little place, and it was just like when we heard the music, and I started dancing, and we started getting gritty and grimy with it, and then it was just like, wait, it's way too hot in here, and Aaron took me on a train to Brooklyn.
Ooh.
Now, I had never been on a New York City train, but Aaron took me on a New York City train, and we went to Brooklyn, and we was, we had Walkman, and we had our Walkman on, we was listening to, the groove, and we was just trying to think of how we're gonna pull this song off. We want it to be hip hop, we want some rap, we want it to be rap and R&B mixed together, and we was trying to figure out how we was gonna do that. And what better way to do it than getting on a train, going to Brooklyn, and then coming back. We got some air. Then they locked me in this little bathroom in Harlem. And we started writing the lyrics, just back and forth. And it was surreal because, me and Teddy had planned on working together so long ago. And it was just like, okay, we finally get a chance to do it, and we got to do it here, in this apartment,
in the project,
But I mean, the sound was, what it was. It was gritty. It was, it was real. It was New Jack Swing.
It was.
We're not complaining.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
Seriously. And speaking of, thank you both for your time and just for being here.
Thank you for having us.
And for sharing those beautiful babies in your life on Instagram. I have to say, we're all hooked.
Oh
so thank you for giving it to the fans,
We can't help it. We're hooked too.
Yeah, and we miss them. When we're away from them, it's like, we go to the gram and, they send us pictures of them, just playing and at the park and, dancing and doing things at home together. And, it's a lot of, like she said, it's a lot of FaceTime.
Oh, yeah. Thank God for FaceTime now.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know,
I wouldn't be able to handle it.
Yeah. No.
I'm hooked on Marco Polo. That's like
Marco, yeah.
That.
Oh, yeah. One of our daughter Bodhi, who's only 3, loves Marco Polo. Everyone through our phone.
Like she goes through our phone and she just Marco Polos anybody.
Oh my God. With the helium voice. I know my niece is always trying to put the little, Corey, I got to put you on.
Okay.
It's like video walkie-talkie.
Exactly.
But it's amazing.
Okay. No, my daughter likes
Thank
Snapchat.
you, guys.
Oh, that too.
That's
Oh,
another
yeah.
thing. That's another thing. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you so much for
ladies.
having
I'm so
us.
glad to see you.